Next up on the list is Estonia, and Euroyard is here to take you through our top songs for Eesti Laul 2026. Of course, Estonia's national selection for the Eurovision Song Contest. So let's just get right into it. This is going to be taking place on Saturday, the 14th of February, as I pointed out in a prior video. That is also on the same date. This is Valentine's Day. In your country, this may not be a thing. In my country, and you can probably tell from my accent where I'm from, it is kind of a thing in my country. I don't think I'll be celebrating it, even though I have reason to celebrate it. Probably just something very small. Like maybe watching Eesti Laul. That would actually be a pretty good thing. So there are going to be 12 performing acts in the contest this year. There are a few returnees, but there are several prior Eurovision acts here. 3 from Estonia, 1 from Switzerland. So when you look at the list of the artists, you might be like, oh, I recognize that name, I recognize that name. And then you look deeper and then you're like, oh, wow, there are actually more former Eurovision contestants in this contest than I thought there were. So this contest will have 12 people, but there will be a 3-person super final. And I just got to say, anywhere the super final has been deployed, I don't like it. It just kind of kills the momentum of the show, because then you got to open the phone lines up again, and then you got to stall more interval acts, and it just really slows everything down. And sometimes I think the super final ends up being more of a liability than a benefit. But you know what? It is what it is. They're going to do it, whether or not I complain about it. And Estonia, they, as you well know, came in 3rd place last year in Basel. The last time Estonia finished in the top 10 in back-to-back years, you have to go back to the early 2000s. So it has been a long time since they've done it. They've actually finished in the top 10 2 of the last 3 years, but not back-to-back years for well over 20 years now. So up on the screen, we're going to show you the list of 12 songs that are going to be contending. These are in alphabetical order, and looking at this list right now, you can probably already spot some names that you might recognize from past Eurovision Song Contests. So what we're going to do now is, instead of doing a top 10 for this one, we're going to do a top 8. Because I was thinking to myself, I could do a top 10, but there's only 12 songs in the contest, and we would leave 2 of them off, and I'm sure people would be very sad. So we're going to leave 4 off. So we're going to give Misery some more company here. We're only going to do a top 8. So starting at number 8 on our countdown, getting 3 points from Euroyard. The song is called Last Man Standing. Now, this is by Stockholm Cowboys, and you might be thinking to yourself, who the hell are the Stockholm Cowboys? Well, I'll tell you, they were both at Eurovision on separate years, Stig Rasta and Victor Krohn. So Rasta, of course, represented Estonia in that duet that he did back in 2015. And then Victor Krohn was a solo act. They are the Stockholm Cowboys coming together trying to win Eesti Laul. Now, I didn't really love the vocals, but I think if you like weird and unique songs that are actually somewhat interesting, then you'd probably find this one a little bit more of an appealing option for your televotes. So I was listening to the beat of this song, and I could not remember for the life of me what it reminded me of from National Final Season. And then it occurred to me. The sound is very similar, at least in some respects. It's clearly a very different song, but some similarities in the tone and the beat to that song in Monty's song called Dominoes. I definitely detected some similarity there. So I'm just like, where have I heard this before? Like, okay, that's kind of where I've heard it before. So these are 2 guys that went to Eurovision separately, and I think it's pretty clear that each of them knows the deal. They know what they're doing, so hopefully they'll turn out a good performance. In 7th place, getting 4 points from Euroyard, the song is called Kelkus by Marta Picani. The song title means 6 o'clock, as in the time. So basically from one cowboy song to another. Lyrically, this one isn't bad. I would say it's at least an interesting song. This song had its moments, and I think it's mostly because I found the lyrics to be interesting, and that's the reason that I have this song here. And the song also does go into a little bit more of a unique area that a lot of the others here do not. Now, moving up quickly into 6th place, getting 5 points from Euroyard. The song is called Warrior by Laura Pritz. This one I think might generate a little bit of disagreement among the fans because, I see the ratings when these songs come out, and some songs are rated more highly than others. This song does get off to a little bit of a rough start. I think it's probably an acquired taste. I was a little put off by the early vocals, but then the song really comes alive. She has a definite artistic vision that I think she executed here. She's got a really distinctive sound. It's probably not going to be for everybody, but if you like a good old-fashioned banger, it doesn't really start out like one, but then it becomes one. So if that's your thing, then you might like this one. And I definitely have another one that you might like as well further down this list. So speaking of creating controversy, we might create a little bit more here. In 5th place, getting 6 points from Euroyard, this song is called Too Epic to Be True by Vanilla Ninja. Now, if that is a name that you recognize, then you're right. They went to Eurovision back in 2005, but not representing Estonia. They represented Switzerland. That song was called Cool Vibes. So this is actually one of the favorites to win Eesti Laul this year. This one, it's giving Melfest. No two ways about it. It's giving Melfest. It's not a bad song. I would say it's not quite Cool Vibes either. I think the song, it gets the job done. It's likable. It has a nice beat. It is perhaps a little too repetitive, but you can listen to it. It's not hard on the ears. I don't think that this song would be a bad representative for Estonia, but I do happen to think that Estonia can do better this year. So we'll see if it wins. I think it's currently second in the odds, but they will definitely be a contender. In 4th place, getting 7 points from the Euroyard, Taivas Jaulas, or The Sky Remained Up, or The Sky Stayed Up by Greta Paya. So the note that I wrote about this song, because when I do the scoring, I write sidebar notes about each song. So the note that I wrote about this song was that I could get behind this, but I feel like it needs a little bit more oomph at times. This song does have some layers, so I respect that. But there were parts of the song that are pretty good and others that I think are maybe just a little too slow. I do like the main beat in this one. I really do. And I like the main beat of this song a little more than the song that we have in 5th, actually. I just wish that level of excellence were a little more consistent, but otherwise, really not a bad effort here. We now move up into the top 3, getting on the podium for Euroyard, getting 8 points. 3rd place, this song is called Rhythm of Nature by Uliana. So these were actually my top rated vocals of the contest here. And for what it's worth, a lot of the song is in Ukrainian, not all of it, but some of it certainly is. The lyrics definitely get repetitive, but I think putting that aside as much as possible, when the song starts, you get a feeling that it's going to just be like a sad ballad. And then they hit you with the switch up. The chorus starts, and then it's like, okay, here we go. It's got a little bit of tempo. So good job by her. Definitely a song that's easy to listen to. Moving up, ever closer to number 1. I'm going to have a lot to say about that one. In 2nd place, getting 10 points. This song is called The Game by Getter Yanni. And again, this is probably a name that you will recognize. She represented Estonia in 2011, and that song was called Rockefeller Street. So this is yet another former ESC contender. There's quite a few of them in this contest. Her song here in 2026 isn't bad at all. It's got a bit of an attitude to it and a beat that you don't hear in the other songs. The chorus, it kind of slaps, like the kids say. I was ready to say that this is nothing like Rockefeller Street, but I felt it had a similar beat pre-chorus because I did re-listen to that one before I went on and did this. And by the way, Rockefeller Street was underrated, so hopefully Getter Yanni will get some credit here for a good song that she put out. But now we have arrived at number 1, 12 points, 12 point, gold medal, our top pick for Eesti Laul 2026. This song is called Slave by Ali. This is the best song in this contest by a decent margin. I think this is one of the best national final songs I've heard so far this year. I got the same feeling listening to this song that I did listening to Ferto in Sing for Greece. As soon as I heard the song, I'm like, that's it. That's the song. This is the one Estonia has to send. Now, people of Estonia, you don't have to do what I say. I would just really, really be happy with you if this is the one that you sent to Eurovision. The sound of this song is just really, really good. Dare I say it's addictive? And dare I say something else? This one's a banger. Like, this is just a really, really good song. I was going to say, I had in my notes, I was going to say I would put this on my playlist, but actually, as of this morning, I have put it on my playlist. That's a pretty high honor, at least as far as I'm concerned, because I don't put just anything on my playlist, and I put this on my playlist. So I think this is a damn good song. It's got a strong beat. The song has a point of view. It takes you somewhere. It makes you feel something. And isn't that what music is all about, that it has to make you feel something? I mean, this is just really well done by someone who has done Eesti Laul before and came damn close to winning. I did listen to his 2024 song, and I do think that this is better than that one that almost won a couple of years ago. So that's our top 8. You know, you have songs like Jolly Roger. I want to address that one for a minute. That one I think is going to be up there probably. When the votes start rolling in. I really like the beat of it. I was getting a little bit of vibe from it. And I don't mean vibe as in, you know, grooving with it. I mean vibe as in Iceland last year. I was getting a little bit of that, but I did like the song overall. I just couldn't with the vocals. So unfortunately, it didn't make it into the top 8. I wanted it to, but it didn't. So let's go through the end notes here. It was, I think, a decent selection. Really not bad. There were a couple of good songs in here for Estonia, so I think Estonia is going to have their pick of a few good ones. That said, you might notice there are some songs that did not make it on here. For whatever reason, I just really was not clicking with the boy ballads this year. One of them was a duet. I mean, but just listening to the male ballad vocals, I just really wasn't taken with them this year. So none of them ended up getting up here. And there is some variety here in this contest. But my question is, will Estonia go for a fun entry 3 years in a row? Because obviously last year they had Tommy Cash, did really well with kind of a joke song. And then they also had a joke song 2 years ago with Vis Minusia Palup. So obviously Estonia has found a little bit of a lane and they've been doing pretty well with it. So are they just going to go with that again? Or will one of the slower songs that maybe I didn't have on my radar, will one of them move its way to the top? We'll just have to see. But we'll all find out on February 14th. And for more Euro Yard, like and subscribe. Follow us on social media. We'll see you soon.